You read the title.
Things are getting heated in the airspace surrounding North Korea, Taiwan, Okinawa, Japan, and the South China Sea. Now, ever since Operation Vigilant Days, there's a lot that's happened. Let me try and catch you guys up real quick. Beijing's been surging its combat aircraft into the contested areas in a major demonstration of its strength, as a warning to the United States and its Asian allies to back off. Now, Beijing has also not disclosed where it staged its demonstrations, but it has revealed that it sent warplanes through routes and areas that it has never sent before. That means that they're exploring terrain and coastal areas that were otherwise not exposed to aerospace and training of other kinds. North Korea has criticized the show of force and has claimed that President Donald Trump is begging for nuclear war. Let's bring in China. Chinese media broadcasted several significant movements of Chinese Air Force units in recent weeks. Now, including a redistribution of squadrons along coastal regions, including the controversial Woody Island airfield in the Parcel Islands. Now, for those of you who don't know about this conflict in the South China Sea, that's a whole new video of its own. But to put it into perspective, China is creating fake islands and fortifying them with its military arsenal to claim parts of the sea that are otherwise sovereign to its land. That means that other countries have claimed those parts of the ocean already. The government of China is trying to basically extend its reach into the oceans. These events came as Pyongyang tested its latest ICBM. Now, Beijing mentions its exercises included the use of reconnaissance AWACS radar control aircrafts working in conjunction with strike fighters. It included that the rapid redeployment of PLAAF aircraft from deep within China to the coastal regions before they flew out in the open sea. Now, I'm going to put a video right here that you guys are probably watching right now. All these aircraft that you guys see is what I just described. Now, operations were in and around Beijing itself, but some were around its own self-declared air defense identification zone, that is over the East China and the Yellow Sea. Now, all of these districts were announced in 2011, and it includes vast tracts of international airspace and water that has been claimed by Japan and South Korea. So there's a huge conflict of interest that is going on in this region as it is. Now, to top things off on that, Russia moves in. Two Russian strategic bombers, along with two heavy airlifters carrying 81 military personnel and support personnel, made the long flight across East Asia to visit the Indonesian state of Baik Papua to Australia's north. Now, the Ilyushin 76 airlifters arrived at the France Kayespo airport on Monday and Tuesday, and they were followed by the Tupolev Tu-95 bombers, which were refueled by the tankers before they crossed the Pacific Ocean thereafter. Now, Russia's military defense says that the force is there for navigational exercises only, and they will stay in Biak and they will not be deployed anywhere else. The Manua Bak airport spokesperson, First Lieutenant Putukade Wempi, told the Jakarta Post yesterday, now this is a direct quote from him, that the Russians are expected to stay till Saturday. The planes fly directly from Russia for 12 hours, and that will be the first time that they've flown near the equator. They usually fly in temperatures of minus 37 degrees, and now they will fly in a temperature of plus 37 degrees. So it will be 100% change in the environment that they are going to be acclimatizing them and their flight plan to. All of this movement comes right as tensions between North Korea and the United States and its allies are rising. Russians are moving in with their air force. China is showing force. The worst part right now, United States along with its allies is going to form one side of the entire spectrum. The other, we've got Russia, North Korea, and China. Three huge nations with immense power, nuclear capabilities, And what's worse, they've got a brainwashed population that is willing to do whatever it takes for their nation. As a lot of us patriarchs probably do, but this is not what humanity is for. This is not our purpose here. Yes, back in the day, it was all about finding new places, conquering land, establishing your ground, creating history, but all of that is done. We're in the modern era now. To dissolve into modern warfare today is going to be the end of our civilization as we know it. There is no peace that comes out from this. If we go to nuclear war, every nation in the world gets involved. There is a treaty that is going to ensure that every nation gets involved. When it comes to surviving, there are going to be ties that are going to be cut, and there are going to be new ties that are going to be established that are going to force a lot of us to be on the sides that we never even considered to be on. But truth be told, if we do dissolve into modern warfare, we won't have a choice. That's all that's going to be left thereafter. Chaos, anarchy. We need to stay informed. We need to make decisions. We need to take actions that are going to affect us, affect you, affect me, affect everybody you know and love. There is a lot that's going on across the planet. Decisions that are going to affect a lot of us. Not those who are making the call in a reinforced nuclear bunker somewhere. But you and me sitting in our own apartments or in our own studios, in our workplaces or at the grocery store, buying stuff for our families. The rate at which this conflict is rising, things are going to go down before Christmas, before New Year's. That's the scale at which we're looking at things right now. No one wants to end the year with the end of our civilization or with the end of the world's half the population. That's not going to benefit any of us. None of this will. Peace.